Hey guys, this is Chef Chris, and today we are making chicken tortilla soup. Ay, que rico! I love a good Spanish soup. As you can tell, I'm a little bit of a soup binge right now, but how can you not be? The weather's so lovely, so crisp outside, and nothing warms your heart more than a beautiful bowl of soup. Alright, so let's get started. In a pot, we're going to start off by making some chicken. I'm using a chicken breast because that's what I had in the fridge, but you know what? Go with some thighs, go with some dark meat. That's going to just ensure it doesn't dry out, but I'm going to show you my technique that's going to do the same and make sure it doesn't. Alright, so in a pot, I put some oil. I seasoned up a chicken breast well, threw it in there. I'm going to brown it on one side, and my technique to prevent a chicken from drying is to pour in 1 cup of chicken stock. We're basically getting to about halfway up the chicken, which in this pot was equivalent to one can of chicken broth. So we're going to cook this for roughly, depending on the size of your chicken breast, mine was medium large, so about 13 to 14, 15 minutes, okay, if you have a really large one. Just set it there uncovered, let it cook. That sauce is going to thicken up gorgeously. Not thicken up, it's just going to reduce and enhance in flavor. Going to set that chicken breast aside, and do not throw that chicken broth away. Like I said, it has so much flavor. We're going to throw it in the soup a little bit later. So I just set it aside and reserved. All right, in that same pot, it's time to get our vegetables started. So we got some vegetable oil. We're going to throw in a cup of diced onions, along with some jalapenos, of course. And of course, I have all the measurements and ingredients listed down below, as usual. Of course, we're going to season everything with some salt and some fresh cracked black pepper. And we're going to just saute these for roughly just about a minute. Not too long at all. Just get them a little soft. At this point, it's time to season. So we're going to throw in some nice chili powder. We got some cumin, along with some crushed pepper flakes. Give that a nice stir. It's going to get all those onions just infused with that chili flavor. And that smell at this point is amazing. Oh, so delicious. Okay, so about a minute later, we are good. It's time to throw in some garlic that we chopped up. We didn't want to throw it in the beginning so it doesn't burn. So it's going to saute this for just a minute more, not too long at all. That flavor, that smell of the garlic when you throw it in has to be one of the best smells ever. Okay, at this point, it is time to throw in some chicken stock to create our soup. So we're throwing a good amount of chicken stock here. I'm going to give that a nice stir, and we are time to add in some other ingredients. We got 1 can of diced tomatoes, along with some black beans. Now, I only drained the black beans, okay? I didn't rinse them because I want that black bean color to get in the soup to darken it up a little bit. I also threw in some corn, and I did save a little bit of that corn juice that's in the can of corns, okay? Throw in some Spanish oregano, which is different, a little different than the regular oregano, but I'm in El Paso, so that's pretty much all we have is Spanish oregano. Okay, now do as I say and not as I did. I don't know why I threw that leftover stock in there. We're going to throw it in a blender. Do as I say, throw it in there instead, okay? Now, we're going to thicken up this soup a little bit. Why add flour? Why create a roux? We got natural thickeners. So we grab the tortilla, a little bit of those black beans, and like I said, throw that chicken stock in there instead of ladling some from the pot. So that would have saved me an extra step, but I forgot. And it's okay. It worked out. So throw in a couple of ladles of chicken stock and give that a nice blitz. Like I said, the starch from the beans are natural thickener, as well as the flour from the corn tortilla. So why not do that? Thicken it up nicely. It's a beautiful brown color. That's going to help to get that nice tortilla color that I'm looking for. And we're going to give it a good stir and let that simmer, okay? We want to go ahead and let this thicken up, all those flavors to enhance. So we're going to just simmer this for roughly 45 minutes to an hour, okay? Maybe 30 to an hour. While we're doing that, it's time to shred our gorgeous chicken and fry up some tortilla chips. I've seen people put tortillas in their soup while they're cooking it. I'm not a fan of that. Why not crisp them up? Give them a nice topping on top. So I threw it in the pan with a little bit of oil, seasoned it with some salt and some fresh cracked black pepper, along with some cayenne for some heat. And just make sure those are nice and crispy. Okay, at this point, it's time to squeeze in. We let that simmer for about 30 to 45 minutes so that flavor is just brought out in that soup. Threw in a juice of 1 lime and the chicken that we shredded up. I like it shredded. I don't like it diced. And along with that, we're going to throw in some cilantro. Oh, what a beautiful herb. I can't imagine how some people think cilantro has a soapy taste. I don't get it. Cilantro to me is gorgeous. We use it a lot. Gave it a nice taste, made sure everything is seasoned well with salt and pepper. It wasn't, so I threw in a little bit more salt. That is pretty much it, guys. I let this simmer for another 30 minutes just to make sure those flavors are gorgeous. After that, I plated it, topped it off with some avocado, those amazing crispy chips, and I enjoyed, let me tell you, what an amazing soup. And well, that's my chicken tortilla soup recipe, guys. And the recipes you guys would like to learn how to make, let me know. And as always, I hope you guys enjoy.